According to Liberty Times, China is falling into the pit of a debt trap it has dug for other countries. China has been advocating the Belt and Road Initiative for the past few years. However, in recent years, due to the COVID pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine war, high inflation, rising interest rates, and the risks of recession in the US and Europe, many infrastructure projects have been stalled. The initiative, formerly known as One Belt, One Road, was adopted from 2013, which saw a flood of money pouring into infrastructure projects in developing countries in an attempt to create several China-led trade routes. This plan was favored by many countries at the beginning, believing that their countries had the opportunity to grow with the Belt and Road Initiative. China has strongly advocated that they replace Western countries as financiers in developing countries. But while the major loans of Western governments and international institutions go into health, education, and humanitarian projects in poor countries, China provides hundreds of billions of dollars in loans to infrastructure projects. Statistics from an American think tank show that China has spent more than $1 trillion to build infrastructure for developing countries. Critics denounced China's overseas lending practices as a sinister debt trap that eventually turned loan recipients into China's economic vassal states. According to media reports, in March, 68 developing countries owed China $110 billion in debt, making China the largest single creditor country after the World Bank. These 68 countries have totaled $52.8 billion in debt repayments this year, with China being the largest creditor, estimated at about $14 billion. It is estimated that 2% of the national income of at least 8 countries will be used to repay China's debt this year. Angola is the worst debtor. The African country will have to use 5% of its national income to pay principal and interest on Chinese loans. Kyrgyzstan's total public debt at the end of June was $4.7 billion, of which $4.1 billion was held by foreign creditors, including nearly $1.8 billion by China. In Sri Lanka, its government last year was unable to deal with its debts. It had to lease the southern port of Hambantota to China for 198 years. Governments in poor countries are finding it increasingly difficult to repay Chinese loans due to capital flight, food shortages, and soaring energy prices. 2/3 of China's loans are used for infrastructure projects. China uses these projects as collateral. Unexpectedly, the income of ports, power plants, or toll highways in poor countries has dropped sharply this year due to the COVID epidemic, the geographic conflict, and economic slump. It is very difficult for them to use construction projects to generate the income needed to repay loans. Commodity prices also plummeted in recent months, making poor countries unable to earn money to repay their debts. And China is falling into a situation of losing money and bad debts. It seems that China is aware of the risks of this large-scale investment and the flip side of the debt trap it has created for other countries. Experts believe that China must prepare for a debt crisis of its own making, as the poor countries could follow Sri Lanka's footsteps and default on overseas loans. In case the developing countries have to deal with an economic crisis, it does not make any sense for China to collect debts at this time. It will only have the opposite effect. In the process of debt collection, China will not only lose money, but also destroy its own reputation. But a write-off of the debt would destroy the balance sheets of Chinese state-owned banks, which make these loans, and Beijing would eventually be forced to cover the bank's losses.
In the year 2011, Xi Jinping paid a visit to Thailand and left a deep impression on then Thai Deputy Prime Minister Pini Jadusamban.
ผมเห็นผู้นำมาหลายประเทศแต่เห็นว่าประธานาธิบดีเป็นผู้นำที่มีความนิ่งนะเป็นผู้นำที่มีความสุขุมรอบคอบมาก
In March 2020, the first batch of anti-epidemic materials provided by the Chinese government to Thailand arrived at the Bangkok Suvarnabhumi International Airport. In June 2020, the Office of the Prime Minister of Thailand welcomed the second batch of Chinese donated medical equipment for fighting the COVID-19 outbreak.
ประชาคมโลกก็พอใจนะต่อบทบาทความรับผิดชอบและต่อการเอื้อเฟื้อเผื่อแผ่ของประเทศจีนที่มีต่อนานาชาติไม่ว่าจะเป็นยารักษาโรคโควิดไม่ว่าจะเป็นวัคซีนนะจีนได้บริจาคเวชภัณฑ์เครื่องมือทางการแพทย์นะ อุปกรณ์ทางการแพทย์ในการต่อสู้กับโควิด -19 เป็นจำนวนมาก
Speaking of the contribution the Chinese economy has made to the whole world, Pini spoke highly of China's opening up and the Belt and Road Initiative.
การเปิดประเทศของจีนเนี่ยทำให้นานาชาติมีการพัฒนาการค้าไปแลกเปลี่ยนการค้ามูลค่าเพิ่มมากขึ้นนะอันนี้ก็ทำให้เศรษฐกิจของโลกมีความหวังประชาชนเขาก็มีความสุขเพิ่มขึ้นยุทธศาสตร์เส้นทางสายไหมนี่ถือว่าเป็นยุทธศาสตร์ของโลกนะยุทธศาสตร์เนี่ยประธานาธิบดีจะเสนอเพื่อให้โลกนะมีความร่วมมือกันแบบเกิดสันติสุขการแบ่งปันนะลดความขัดแย้งนะลดการต่อสู้กันนะให้หันมานะร่วมมือทางด้านวัฒนธรรมแลกเปลี่ยนนะการค้าการท่องเที่ยวนะเพราะว่าอันนี้เป็นสุดยอดของนโยบายระดับโลกทีเดียวท่านเป็นผู้นำที่มีความคิดสร้างสรรค์มากแต่สำคัญที่สุดท่านเป็นผู้นำที่มีความคิดสะอาดจิตใจท่านสะอาดมาในยุคสมัยนี้ประธานาธิบดีสีจิ้นผิงนำประเทศจีนประชาชนจีนพัฒนาก้าวหน้านะผู้นำต้องยึดถือประชาชนเป็นหลักยึดถือผลประโยชน์ของประเทศชาติเป็นหลักอันนี้สิ่ง
The Russian armed forces continue strikes against military facilities in Ukraine. High-precision weapons of the Russian aerospace forces have eliminated up to 150 Ukrainian servicemen and 12 pieces of military equipment of the 93rd Mechanized Brigade of Ukrainian Armed Forces in Kharkov. In addition, high-precision weapons have hit 4 depots of ammunition and missile artillery weapons near Krasnoye in Kharkov region, as well as manpower and military equipment of Ukrainian Armed Forces in 18 areas, including a temporary deployment point of foreign mercenaries near Liman in Nikolaev region. Ukrainian command posts, 2 has been shot down by a Russian fighter jet near Novobratska, Kherson region. Russian air defense means have shot down 3 .U tactical missiles near Chernobyevka, Kherson region, and Pervomaysk, Lugansk People's Republic, and 8 MRLS shells near Leskovki and Dolginkaya, Kharkov region. MRLS shells near Leskovki and Dolginkaya, Kharkov region.
继巴海铁链女唐山打人事件之后，中共当局和官员再次挑战人类道德底线。7月5日，一份据称是泉州县卫生健康局的告知书火遍全网。这是一封不受理信访的告知书，2名上访者分别是年近70的老人唐月英和邓正生。据大陆媒体报道，家住广西桂林泉州县农村的唐月英与丈夫育有7个小孩。1990年，他们最小的儿子邓小周刚满1岁，就被人强行掳走，至今下落不明。32年来，2位老人一直寻找儿子的下落。经过多方打听了解到，当时抢走儿子的人中有1人姓高，是当时安和乡计生工作管理站站长，物色婴儿转卖给特定人收买。邓小周就是被高某某安排人强行抢走。于是唐月英夫妇向警方报警，指控高某某等人是拐卖儿童的人贩子。然而警方并没有立案，夫妇2人多次上访所得到的只有这份不受理告知书。泉州卫生局在告知书中称，超生的孩子是由全县统一抱走进行社会调剂，不存在拐卖儿童行为。更补充说，当时被全县统一进行社会调剂的超生孩子去向没有留存任何记录，轻描淡写地推卸了责任，却引燃了网友心中的怒火。许多网友震惊表示，头回听孩子用于社会调剂，抢人孩子原来叫调剂，永远不拿人当人，跟对付牲口一样。 5日当天，大陆媒体引述泉州县政府工作人员的话称，该事件已经上报市政府，会尽快发布通告。不过，在徐州铁链女和唐山打人事件之后，网友们对于政府即将发布的通告只能悲观感叹，已经不敢相信政府了。新唐人电视台记者乔安综合报道。
According to Chinese media Red Star News, due to a sudden rainstorm in Shijiazhuang City, the capital of the northern province of Hebei, the archway of a village suddenly collapsed. The incident left 8 people dead and 1 injured. It is reported that the archway is the main entrance of Qingshuihu village. On Saturday evening, the arch, which was made of a mixture of reinforced cement bricks and tiles, fell from a height of about 40 feet to the ground. As a result, 9 people were crushed on the head when taking shelter from the rain below. The videos posted on the internet show the ground was full of reinforced concrete. Rescuers were also sent to the scene. Investigations are underway. Notably, archway collapse accidents also occurred in other places before. On June 24th, an archway abruptly collapsed in a village in Homdong County, Shanxi Province, hitting a car next to it. No one was injured afterward. Last December, a 20-feet-high archway at the entrance of a village in Zhejiang Province fell on the ground and shattered. At that time, the woman was passing by. Her leg was broken as a result. Last Saturday, the wall of a high-rise building in Shijiazhuang was blown off by the wind and smashed to the ground. There were many passing vehicles and pedestrians on the street at the time. Fortunately, no one was injured. Everyone quickly left the scene right after the incident. These incidents aroused public scrutiny regarding the quality of construction works in China.